and he'll take it forward from here. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for the ones who've made it over here for our big little film. The response to the trailer has been phenomenal. All of you have been very kind, and the love has been is there to see. Like, we crossed 1 million within 2 days. We are nearly 5 million combined. If you look at our trailer hits with movie trailers and the T-Series platform, the song reached 1 million within 3 days. So it's been organic love, which is always a little more special than the other way around. For those of you who haven't seen the trailer, we'd like to play it once more over here. We just quickly recap what Mona Darling is all about. And we were a little shocked the past few days after what Mr. Mahesh Bhatt said. So we will get to that after having seen the trailer, because I went and met him. And what transpired between me and him is there in a little video, which we'll be playing today. But we'll begin today with the trailer of Mona Darling, India's first social media thriller. Let's play it, please. Lights off. But we don't want to watch it again and again. Can we stop it? Yeah, the computer kind of likes it, which is a very good thing. Can we have some lights? So yeah, you've seen the trailer, and we know the response that it's been getting, and it's releasing on the 24th of Feb. My lovely cast, the writer and the director of the film, Shashi Surigala, is present here. But before we get into the trailer and the film and the release, something very strange and shocking happened when I went to meet Mr. Mahesh Bhatt a few days ago. He saw the trailer. I basically went to show him the trailer, and he liked the trailer, and then he looked at me and said, I'm going to tell people not to watch this film. And I asked him, I was taken aback and a little surprised, and he said that, you know, Anshuman, when I made Sadak, I told people, don't watch my film, and I think you need to say it, because the kind of energy and strength this film is showing, I don't think a lot of people either have seen it before or not would be able to digest it. So it began from there, and then I just happened to carry the conversation forward, which we then converted into a video, which is what we are launching today. It's called India's first anti-campaign for features, where we tell you why not to watch Mona Darling. And more than me, Mr. Mahesh Bhatt is going to tell you why we should not watch Mona Darling. And we launched the video here. Are we ready to play it? Can we have the lights out, please? Play it from the top, please.
Things change, the more will remain the same. जब से इंसान ने डिजिटल एज में प्रवेश किया, तब से हम हमारी फिल्मों के ट्रेलर जो है स्मार्टफोन पे देखते हैं. कल पिंग की आवाज आई, मैंने अपना स्मार्टफोन उठाया और देखा एक अस्टाउंडिंग ट्रेलर, एक ऐसा ट्रेलर जिसने मुझे ये एहसास दिलाया कि मैं कहीं पर एक डायनासोर के एज में पहुंच गया हूं. एक नई ऊर्जा है, एक नई वाइटैलिटी है, एक नई सोच है, एक नया सिंटैक्स है, जो इस पीढ़ी का सिंटैक्स है, जो इस पीढ़ी की आवाज है. ये ट्रेलर था एक फिल्म जिसका नाम है मोना डार्लिंग. मोना डार्लिंग की एक अनोखी अदा ये भी है कि वो अपने आप को बहुत ही अनयूजुअल अंदाज से मार्केट कर रही है.
तुम्हें पता भी है कैंपस में क्या हो रहा है? 4 मर्डर्स, पुलिस आ चुकी है, एंड नाउ मोना इज मिसिंग.
अंशुमन जो इस फिल्म के नौजवान प्रोड्यूसर है, उससे गुफ्तगू करते वक्त मुझे एक बात समझ में आई कि जो तरीका हमने अपनी फिल्म के मार्केटिंग के लिए सालों पहले इस्तेमाल किया था, तरीका अनयूजुअल है, जिसको बोलते हैं एंटी पब्लिसिटी का तरीका 5 बजे हैं जो अंशुमन को उसकी जाएंगे आपको.
Mona Darling says 5 reasons why not to watch this film, which begins with you cannot leave your brain at home because you will need it to be entertained.
सर हर लाश के पास ये रेट नहीं है, कोई कॉमन पैटर्न नहीं दिखा सकता.
There are no item songs in the film, so there is no Monu, no Sheila.
पर ये सब कौन कर रहा है?
जब तक सारी पॉसिबिलिटीज रूल आउट नहीं कर देते, कोई भी सस्पेक्ट है. तुम भी हो सकती हो.
तुम भी हो सकते हो.
हाँ. या फिर there are no blockbuster stars, there are actors.
कुछ रैंडमली नहीं होता, कोई ना कोई पैटर्न जरूर होता है. सर
There are no anti-gravity defined stunts. So no flying cars, no superheroes, no dancing around trees. Massively multiplayer online role-playing game. Short form है MMORPG. I love all those films.
I think even they.
You love all those films, but it's a film that will entertain you because it's intelligent, and if you enjoy entertaining intelligent cinema, then Mona Darling will be the perfect Valentine's Day date movie for you.
And if you don't enjoy intelligent cinema, and if you don't love great acting but only are slaves to names and stars, then don't watch Mona Darling, India's first social media thriller. अब अगर आप ये चिल्ला के आए दिन हमें जो जोड़ते हैं, कहते हैं कि भैया कोई ढंग का सिनेमा परोसिए, कोई कंटेंट का लेवल बढ़ाइए, तो मैं कहूँगा हुजूर आ गया ऐसा कंटेंट. नाम है मोना डार्लिंग. जाइए देखिए. नाउ बैक योर क्लेम्स by putting your hands in your pocket and buying the ticket and making the picture a success. नहीं तो empty talks get you nowhere.
Can we throw some light on the anti-campaign? So, ladies and gentlemen, the first anti-campaign ideation for a Bollywood feature film, Mona Darling. I love all these 5 things that we've listed, just for the record. I've grown up watching commercial Bollywood cinema. I love doing and watching all of that. But this is a film that is made differently, written differently by Shashi, and therefore the idea is to promote it differently, which is where the anti-campaign seed was sown. Without wasting much time now, I would like to introduce my lovely cast that is present here. An actor who I had the good opportunity to work with in my last release, Chauranga, Mr. Sanjay Suri. Could we please have you on stage, sir? He plays the Dean in the film, Dean Chaturvedi, to be precise. One of the leading voices in niche intelligent cinema, if I may say so. The 2 leading ladies without whom the film would never be complete. सबसे पहले मैं बुलाऊंगा हमारी जो हीरोइन है for all practical purposes in the film. पिछली बार आपने इनको ब्योमुकेश बख्शी में देखा था, and now you will see her in Mona Darling as Sarah, the lovely and the graceful Divya Menon. Could we have a small, big round of applause for her? Next in line is the titular role in the film, Mona. And when you'll watch the film, you'll take her back with you for the performance that she's given. The beautiful Susanna Mukherjee. And last but not the least, जिस आदमी की वजह से ये पिक्चर बनी है और एक्चुअली बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है. लव सेक्स और धोखा जो मेरी पहली फिल्म थी, उसके बाद ये नरेशन मुझे 2011 में मिली थी. So the film has lived with me from there to now. At that time, a leading studio was producing this film. और काफ़ी लंबा सफ़र रहा है इनका मेरे साथ और इस फिल्म के साथ, क्योंकि हमने पिछले 5 सालों में कई बार ये फिल्म शुरू की और ये शुरू नहीं हुई because of XYZ reasons, जिसकी वजह से पिछले साल हमने डिसाइड किया कि हम खुद ही करेंगे. Shashi Sudigala, the writer-director of Mona Darling, Uh, so, yeah, the stage is open. If you would want to ask us anything or how are we doing this, Ishwinder, Anshul? जी फिल्म एक फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट पे आधारित है और वो फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट एक प्रोफाइल पेज से जा रहा है जिसका नाम है मोना डार्लिंग. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने किसी टिटलेटिंग फैक्टर की वजह से या सिर्फ क्योंकि ग्रैबिंग है इसलिए लिख दिया ये नाम. लड़की का नाम है मोना राहेजा फिल्म में, जो किरदार सुजैना प्ले करती हैं, और कोई इनके साथ प्रैंक करता है और उनके पेज का नाम पलट के मोना डार्लिंग कर देता है और ये गायब हो जाती हैं. तो क्योंकि फिल्म की नींव उस प्रोफाइल पेज पे बेस्ड है, इट वॉज ओनली इट मेड कंप्लीट सेंस. शशि ने जब मुझे स्क्रिप्ट पहली बार सुनाई थी तभी उसका नाम मोना डार्लिंग था, तो ऐसा नहीं हमने कुछ चेंज किया है. शुरू से इस फिल्म का नाम मोना डार्लिंग ही रहा है और इसीलिए है. इफ यू वुड वांट टू ऐड समथिंग.
Pretty much what Anshuman said. We named it Mona Darling for all the right reasons. Hopefully none of the wrong ones. It just so happens that it's most appropriate for this particular script. So much so that we couldn't even conceive of making it if we hadn't got the title, including the underscore in the title.
Actually, हमारे पास टाइटल नहीं, ये भी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी थी. हमने पिक्चर शुरू कर दी थी और टाइटल किसी और के पास था, बहुत ही बड़े प्रोड्यूसर के पास. तो काफ़ी समय लगा टाइटल निकालने में और हमने पिक्चर शुरू तब तक नहीं की जब तक हमें टाइटल नहीं मिला, क्योंकि ये फिल्म किसी और नाम से बन ही नहीं सकती थी, क्योंकि फिल्म की नींव जैसा मैंने कहा मोना डार्लिंग ही है. तो दैट्स द रीज़न व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड मोना डार्लिंग. Yaar, I'm a nobody to back anything, to be honest. I'm just an actor who's trying to do good work. If you pick up the kind of films I have done, it'll give you the reason, whether it's Love, Sex or Dhoka, Bakrapur, Chauranga. These are films with which I've traveled, or even X for that matter. Very experimental, but a film I believed in. We decided to make it together because it's a script I really believe in, and I like watching commercial cinema. I'm being very honest with all of you. This film is the perfect bridge of content, which is grammatically correct cinema-wise, and appealing enough for the masses, because the genre itself, thrillers, is something that appeals to one and all. So the idea was I was eventually going to produce sometime in life, not this early, but when this film kept shifting hands, we were worried कि कोई और सोशल मीडिया पे फिल्म ना बना ले, बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी हॉट टॉपिक. इनफैक्ट वी कीप डिस्कसिंग दिस कि वी आर सरप्राइज कि और फिल्में नहीं बन रही हैं. इनफैक्ट हम लोग वो कमेंट्स पढ़ते हैं कि हॉलीवुड की 2 फिल्में बनी हैं, अनफ्रेंडेड और फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट. हम लोग बहुत सरप्राइज हैं कि सिर्फ 2 ही फिल्में बनी हैं दुनिया में. और जस्ट टू स्टेट फैक्ट्स, शशि हैड नरेटेड दिस फिल्म टू मी इन 2011. सो द स्क्रिप्ट इज रजिस्टर्ड फ्रॉम Jan 2012. And all these films that people are comparing it to have been made after that. So that should put to rest the idea that this is indeed an original screenplay. Only the backdrop of social media is somewhat similar, and we are very surprised कि अभी तक सिर्फ इंडिया में और फिल्में बनी ही नहीं हैं. So we were scared कि कोई जल्दी हमसे ना बना ले, क्योंकि ये स्क्रिप्ट घूम रही थी मार्केट में 4-5 साल से. And that's why we decided to take the jump and make it. No, it's been 10 months. This film began in April last year, and I think I can put my neck on the line and say that I finished it faster than anyone else can. And I take a lot of pride in that, yes.
Was it more shocking that Bhatt Saab says ki don't watch Mona? First of all, when you heard about it, was it more shocking for you that the guy, people loving, and the way he promotes the film?
It's a very interesting story with Bhatt Saab. He had called me after Love, Sex or Dhoka had released. और उन्होंने कहा था, यार मैंने तेरी फिल्म नहीं देखी है लेकिन मेरी बेटी और बीवी को तू बहुत पसंद आया, सो मैं मिलना चाहता था, तो चीज़ क्या है. सो मैं उनसे मिलने गया और मैं ऐसे ही झल्ले की तरह चला जाता हूँ जैकेट वैकेट पहन के. तो उन्होंने कहा तू बच्चे की तरह लगता है, तू 3-4 साल काम मत ढूंढ, नहीं तो हीरो का काम तुझे नहीं मिलेगा अभी. सो फ्रॉम देन आई मेट हिम नाउ बिकॉज वी मेड अ फिल्म विच इज़ अ जॉनर दैट their production house specializes in. And he said the trailer is great, but I'm going to tell people not to watch it. So yes, it shocked me at first. Uh, at the same time, it made me happy because he said the trailer is good. So it didn't make sense to me. Why is he saying that? And he said, "बच्चे मैंने यही चीज़ सड़क के बारे में भी बोली थी, because the content of the film and the energy that it's reflecting through the trailer is something I have not seen in the recent past. So people should digest it differently." And therefore, this whole marketing idea of an anti-campaign came about. And he said, "I will voice it for you because I believe that this is different content which needs to be pushed."
My question is for Anshuman, Susanna, and Divya. You people have worked with Sanjay Suri, sir. He's quite senior to you in this industry. So how was the experience? Were you all guys intimidated with him?
Well, it was. It didn't feel like, you know, he was. We've grown up watching him, and Jankar
Stop.
Beats has been.
Don't say that. Don't make him feel old.
No, I mean, yeah, I was
We've
a
not
teenager.
grown up watching him. We were in our teens when we started
Yeah,
watching him.
the time we used to like actually pay attention to the men in the film.
I've
Like,
grown up watching
I've grown
Nasiruddin
up,
Shah.
yes.
She grew up late.
She grew up late.
That's all right.
So anyway, but I think he made us very comfortable. In fact, my first scene was with him, and I was literally shivering, I remember. And I think it's just his aura, the way he is. He's so composed, and he's such a gentleman. He'll always make you feel like, I didn't feel like a newcomer who was working with him for the first time. So he's very warm. I think he's one of the most warmest actors I've worked with.
Thank you, thank you.
I was petrified.
Which is why you're sitting next to
Still
me
is.
now.
I'm still petrified. But yeah, I remember the first day you told me you don't have to be like other serious actors and stay in character if you don't want to. You can do it your own way. You don't have to pretend to be a serious actor or stay in the character and stress yourself over this. Just, you know you've learned the lines, you know you've done all the work, now just get out there and act. Stop pretending to be an actor.
Anti-act campaign.
Anti-actor campaign.
That actually really calmed me down and actually helped me do that day. Otherwise, I would have been a wreck that day. So thank you.
I worked with him in Chauranga. So I had this image of Sanjay Suri before I went on set. Because I had only met Bikas Mishra, who directed Chauranga, and Onir, who was one of the producers, along with Sanjay. So my first interaction with him was very strange because he was everything else than what I had imagined. So there is a hardcore, funny Punjabi in Sanjay Suri, and I request the industry to make a comedy with him where he gets to, I call him Bobby Pra with love, because he has a side to him which I hope we see in a film sometime soon. As an actor, he's very giving. And I'm not saying that because he's just sitting here. It's fabulous for someone as senior as him and as seasoned as him to not just tell you and share with you his experiences, but also listen to what you're saying. And he always has a ear. And he's always open to discussions and always open to ideas, which I feel very comforting as an actor, because it's never yahi karna hai. It's ye bhi kar sakte hain, ye bhi kar sakte hain, ye bhi kar sakte hain, let's jam together. And acting is a very organic process. So it's great to be with an actor who gives you that space and that freedom. And I personally love him. He's like an elder brother now. He's been guiding me through while I was producing this. I think everyone was a little surprised at the pace at which the film's been made. And
Congratulations for that.
Yeah.
And thank you all for such lovely words. Itni
Yeah.
तारीफ and इतना उम्र का तकाजा दे दिया. लेकिन, but thank you very much, Anshuman, Susanna, Divya, and Shashi. Thank you for this opportunity to work with Gen Z. इसके दो जवाब हैं. एक तो होता है कि चैलेंजिंग नहीं, बट हर एक्टर को हर परफॉर्मेंस से पहले थोड़ी नर्वसनेस, आई थिंक वो अच्छी बात है, क्योंकि वो आपको आपकी कितनी तैयारी है. अगर आप किसी पहाड़ से या आप स्काई डाइविंग भी कर रहे हैं, जितना बढ़िया से बढ़िया डाइवर भी हो, एक थोड़ी नर्वसनेस क्या करता है कि आपको प्रिपेयर बेटर करता है, आप कॉशियस होते हैं. तो उस तरीके से जब भी मैं परफॉर्म करता हूँ, चाहे कोई बहुत मुझसे सीनियर एक्टर हो या कोई नया टैलेंट हो, तो एक पॉजिटिव नर्वसनेस होती है वो कि आपकी तैयारी है. और बट कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स टू ऑल ऑफ देम. इन्होंने, मैं बिकॉज ऑफ सम डेट्स रीडिंग्स के लिए ज़्यादा नहीं आ सका था वर्कशॉप्स के लिए, बट अब इनका काम देखेंगे और अगर इनके साथ अब आप आगे फिल्में भी देखेंगे और जब सेट पर दे वाज सो प्रिपेयर्ड दैट आई डोंट थिंक शशि हैड टू गो इनटू थर्ड टेक, फोर्थ टेक और समथिंग, कोई टेक्निकल फॉल्ट होगा वगैरह. परफॉर्मेंस वाइज they were fully prepared and very confident. Yes, and they were also actors who, कई एक्टर होते हैं वो अकेले एक्टिंग करते हैं, वो दूसरे को सुनते नहीं हैं. तो आई लाइक एक्टर्स हु एक्ट विद यू. अब आप बात कर रहे हैं, आपने सवाल पूछा, मैं आपसे जवाब दे रहा हूँ वगैरह. अगर आप कुछ बोल रहे हैं, मैं किसी और जोन में हूँ, तो ये दे एक्ट विद यू, सो विच इज़ फिर वो मज़ा आता है, फिर सम मैजिक हैपन्स. आई थिंक दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड रिगार्डिंग सीनियर्स और जूनियर्स, यू आर इन अ कैरेक्टर देयर, वो पहले थोड़ा सा होता है. आई मीन हम भी जब नए आए थे तो यू नो वर्क विद सीनियर एक्टर्स, तो एक थोड़ा रहता है कि कैसे, बट आई थिंक just in a scene or two, all that, you just, it's a level playing field. Yeah, that's all. How much improvement do you see in Anshuman as an actor now? Anshuman, I have seen his journey from LSD, and he is he's a very natural actor. So you're saying improvement, मुझे तो जो LSD में जो चाहिए था वही उसने किया, चौरंगा में हमारी फिल्म में जो चाहिए था वही किया. So I don't know improvement as a, because he was good even then. जो LSD में चाहिए था वो किया, चौरंगा में जो मोना डार्लिंग में चाहिए था वो किया. So he's been good, but he's very hard working, और he has he has a nature. मुझे याद है चौरंगा जब कास्टिंग हो रही थी तो ये आया, डायरेक्टर से मिला कि मैं ये रोल करना चाहता हूँ, हालांकि ज़्यादा लेंथ नहीं थी उस रोल में. एंड दैट शोड मी अनदर साइड ऑफ एन एक्टर. वो आजकल कम देखने को मिलता है कि भाई रोल लंबा नहीं है तो नहीं करेंगे. वो छोटा रोल था बट प्रेजेंस थी. इस कैरेक्टर के डायलॉग्स ही नहीं है फिल्म में, चौरंगा में अगर आप नोटिस करेंगे. कुछ गालियाँ थी, वो सेंसर आउट हो गई थी, तो बेसिकली साइलेंट रोल बन गया था. तो बट ही डिड नॉट हेजिटेट एंड ही वांटेड टू डू दैट रोल, एंड दैट्स अ साइन ऑफ अ गुड एक्टर, यू नो, one of the signs for sure. Yeah. So in terms of improvement, I would say, not improvement is the wrong word, but in terms of his journey, he's moved very fast, and one of the youngest, or probably the youngest producers of film. I produced my first film when I was, I think 34, and you're not even in 30s, I think. He's 30, so turning 30, he's produced his first film independently, without any studio backing, which is wonderful, commendable.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. जी 24 को हमें बड़ी रिलीज मिल रही है. बड़ा सिंपल सा फंडा है, बहुत मेहनत से फिल्म बनाई है. वी वांटेड टू रीच इट आउट टू एज मेनी पीपल एज पॉसिबल. तो अगर हमें X स्क्रीन्स मिल रहे थे 17 को, तो X+Y हो गया है अब. तो दैट वाज अ नो ब्रेनर, क्योंकि 17 को सडनली 2-4 छोटी छोटी फिल्में आ गई थी और ऑस्कर वीक शुरू हो रहा है 17 से. तो इतनी मेहनत करके फिल्म बनाई है, इट शुड रीच आउट. Whether the film works, doesn't work, that's the film's destiny. Our effort has been to make it with an intention, honest intention, and make it entertaining. Now, if it doesn't reach out as much as it can, it'll be very disappointing. So we were getting a bigger release on 24th. Therefore, we didn't even think twice. And it's just 1 week. So recent past में ऐसा कुछ नया नहीं है. बैंगिस्तान के साथ, एक्सेल के साथ हुआ था. बैंगिस्तान was pushed by a week because they were getting more screens. So we are not, this is not the first time it's happened, and I'm sure आगे भी होता रहेगा. So therefore we've pushed it by a week. So how many screens is यार ये तो बहुत ही बेहतरीन सवाल है.
वो normally 3 दिन पहले पता चलता है. Programmers.
But see, the script is something which is, for just taking an example, it's not as niche as a, say, I'll take my film's name as a Chauranga. And it is not a blockbuster Starcast film, as the anti-campaign says. So it will be somewhere in the middle of what indie festival film release versus a film with, more and more commercial backing. So it'll be a reasonable number, I can assure you that. It will be pan-India, it will be a reasonable number.
Well, I haven't done one, so it would have been fun to do one, but I'm not
Not in this
disappointed
film.
at all because this film was very different, and I knew what I was getting into the moment I heard about it for the first time from Anshuman, and when I read Shashi's script. So there's no place for an item number in this.
There's just a number on the beach. And beach has no trees, so which is why they said no running around the trees.
Even the song which is there in the film is more like a background to the story going forward. It's not a isolated song piece in itself. And that's the whole beauty of the screenplay which Shashi has written, that everything in the script, be it the characters, the script is the hero, which is the idea behind every film that I have done so far and which I will continue to do going forward, where the script is bigger than anything else, because eventually we associate with films if the script works. And that's the single most important thing that I have learned, whether I have worked with Dibakar Banerjee in LSD, or Janaki Vishwanathan, another national award winner in Bakrapur, or Onir and Sanjay, again national award winners in Chauranga, that if the script is rich and if it's something you believe in, then the film will be something you'll be proud of. How well it does or it doesn't is the film's destiny. But that's the basic thought and understanding which I am backing, which I have learned over the past 14 years that I have been here. My first film as an assistant director was Tere Naam, and I was 16 years old then. So between then and now, whatever I have learnt is what I have put into practice in terms of script understanding. Be it my work on stage or on screen or as an AD. Gauri Shinde, who's directed English Winglish and Dear Zindagi, I was her first AD on her first ad when she directed, when she turned director. So be it her, be it Oshim Haluwalia, I was with Oshim, be it Ram Madhwani, who directed Neerja, I was with him for 6 odd months. I have learnt whatever I could during my journey with them. And they've all taught me the same thing, that the biggest thing is the script. Even in an ad film. So if you'll pick up my ad campaigns, I have done about 12, I have left about 12 after LSD. And they've been because it can't be a generic, even in an ad, there's a story to tell. So it's always the Bible which I follow. And Shashi as a writer is a huge talent, I feel. And we should back good writing talent, and which is what we are going to do as First Ray Films. And yeah, we'll make good films because we believe in content being richer or bigger than anyone and everything else.
Rejecting.
No, I don't think I reject them.
Yeah, even I don't.
I just like
You accept all of them?
Ignore.
Not all of them. I mean, if they're good looking.
See, this is what if the good-looking person is not actually good-looking at the other end? Maybe it's a fake picture. That's exactly what Mona Darling deals with.
Good-looking people can kill people too.
And good-looking people can kill people too. That's true.
That would be mine, I guess.
That you need to watch.
Wait and watch. You might be getting one tonight.
You need to watch Mona Darling to figure that out. But may I ask a question to Shashi please, yeah.
He wrote the entire script and you directed it. Like, how was your experience writing and directing a thriller? I've seen you work for like a week, and I was impressed. Really, like, not because it's you, but like, it's really hard to be a director. To just go about everything. So, how was your experience working with all of them for the first time?
I'll answer the first question first. The writing, directing, or whatever else that comes after it, the trick is in not thinking of the whole, the whole mountain in front of you. the idea is taking it one step at a time. So when you're writing something, you just write and not really worry about anything else. And then the moment you're on sets, then it is somebody else's script. I don't even consider it to be something that I have written, because at this point you're just directing the movie. Once you're done with that, when we're editing it, somebody else has directed it, because now I have to approach it with a fresh point of view. So that's how I don't mean to say that's how everybody does it, but it seems to have worked in my in my case. As far as working with everybody else, I mean the cast that's present here, the rest of the cast, and our crew and everything. Someone said directing is hiring the right kind of people, the right kind of talent, and then staying the hell out of the way. And I think that's exactly what I've done. I tried and picked with able help from Anshuman. Everybody who's played the smallest bit part to the main leads, as well as our above the line crew, below the line crew, everybody. We have picked the right person for the right job, and then all I had to do was stay out of their way.
Sit back and enjoy.
Thank you.
It's a very interesting story with Shashi. I was 11 years ago, I was 19 years old. Shashi was Nagesh Kukunur's associate on Iqbal, and I was assisting Subhash Ghai on a film called Black and White. And Shashi had pitched his script to Mr. Ghai. So I read Shashi's first script 11 years ago. It was a film called Cycle Kick, and I was blown away by that script also. So yeah, it's interesting how that came to 2011 when he offered me Mona as an actor, because he saw LSD and he had this script which a studio was backing. And it's, so imagine, fell in love with the script which he wrote then, now this one, and fingers crossed we'll be doing something this summer as well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Should we remove the chairs and get a picture with the anti-campaign?
Back up.